Respect. It's more than a word. It's an underlying principle of success and humanity. In the U.S. Army, respect is one of our foundation values. It's the reason we can overcome every obstacle and defeat every foe. So if you're interested in joining a team where respect is earned every day, consider joining our team. And now, in addition to earning respect, you may qualify to earn up to $40,000 in bonuses. To find out more, go to goarmy.com/bonus or call 1-800-USA-ARMY. Paid for by the U.S. Army.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Honish Report. My name's Lee Honish. Today's show, and for the next several weeks, as you know, I've been pushing the Monster Marketing Summit, which is an event where we talk about pre-foreclosure properties. It is an annual event. We hold it every year right around Easter, plus or minus March 31st is roughly the anniversary of Monster Marketing itself. For the last 8 years, we've been teaching people how to get face-to-face with pre-foreclosure listings. So what I'm going to do over the next, 3 to 6 weeks, plus or minus, is put the speakers up here for you to listen to, for those that listen to the podcast. Today's speaker, I'll start right out of the gate with David Bartels, and this is going to be conversion. So whether or not you use Monster Marketing to get face-to-face with pre-foreclosure, and I hope you do. If you don't, go to honish.com and learn more. There are a couple of recently posted webinars so you can see how the product works. Today is going to be a discussion of how to convert. So I hope you enjoy. David Bartels is with Home Loan Advocates. All you have to do is go to homeloanadvocates.com and you can learn more about David and his services. They work for the largest mitigation. They are the largest mitigation service in North America and one of the last ones. They are still out there. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to tell you that the data source of working with pre-foreclosure properties is one of the best niches right now if you're struggling to find new appointments and to work with homeowners. So today is about conversion. So enjoy David Bartels right after this.
LasVegasDiscount.net's the best there is. Save up to 50% on your next Vegas trip. And travel, rental, shows, and tours. Find the deals you're looking for. LasVegasDiscount.net. LasVegasDiscount.net. If you're going to Vegas for deals that are the best, visit LasVegasDiscount.net.
Are you a real estate agent, realtor, investor, or are you in the real estate business and you need new listings and deals? We have a solution for you, and that solution has guaranteed results. How much would you pay to get face-to-face with a homeowner that wants to sell their home? What if you also got their email address and daytime phone number? And what if this homeowner also scheduled you to come to their door at a set time to meet with you? Sound too good to be true? It isn't. And it is 100% guaranteed for you to meet face-to-face with a real homeowner who really needs to sell their home. Not only will you get this remarkable contact system and its 100% guarantee, at no additional charge, you will get weekly coaching, documents, and training on how to get that homeowner and convert them into a new listing. When you purchase, you'll also get a one-on-one walkthrough so that you can start using the system today. Visit www.thelistingmonster.com. That's www.thelistingmonster.com. Or call Diana Ortiz at 213-706-0040. Stop wasting time the old way. Use a Monster and get actual results today.
That we like to do. We like to do what's in the best interest of everybody. We have a fiduciary responsibility as realtors, to do what's in the best interest of the seller. And that means figuring out what the highest and best use of that property is and extracting as much cash out of the walls of that house as we can for that seller. Sometimes it's nothing because it's a short sale and we can't get relocation money. Sometimes it's tens of thousands of dollars, You've got to be very careful from representing the seller and then going out and finding an investor so that you can double in the deal, and then advocating for the investor, buyer, versus the interest of the seller just because they're in this awkward position. They're under the gun because of the foreclosure. You want to be very careful about these things. What's in everybody's best interest? This is another way you differentiate yourself. The number one reason that we're successful at converting distressed property clients into listings and transactions is that we put all of our first focus on what's best for them, not what's best for us. We don't count the money. We are literally there with an attitude of servitude. We are literally there to focus on seeing if we can help them out of a jam by making sure that they have all the information they need to make the best decision for them and their families. Can I get an amen to that? Amen. All right? That's what we're here for. We literally are not using advocates in the sense of it being a marketing slogan. We're being advocates because we want to do the right thing for those clients. See, here's where my story started. It started in 2009 when I started in the height of the loan modification scams. I decided that I wanted to start a no upfront fee loan mod company. Okay? Now, remember, that was the day when you could turn on the news and people were going to jail for charging $3,000, $3,500 for doing loan mods and then not providing loan mods, right? We don't see that news much anymore. And I said, well, we can help these people. And the Making Home Affordable plan just came out in March of 2009. And I'm saying, that's the month I started the company. I said, well, let's help people get these, and we'll only charge after we get the loan modification. Well, 18 months later, I'd lost $1 million. $1 million. Now I figured out why people were charging upfront fees for loan mods. They weren't trying to scam anybody. It was just harder to get loan modifications than it was advertised. Okay, we later learned, and some of the statistics we teach in the coaching group, is only 15% of people who apply for a loan mod get one, and only 4% get a permanent loan mod. We thought 80-90% of people who apply were going to get a loan mod, just like the clients think that they're going to get a loan mod every time too, but the reality is they don't. So first we had trouble getting loan mods, and then second we had trouble getting paid when we got the loan mod. Okay, lost $1 million. $250,000 of other people's money, and the balance was my money. Well, during that period of time, I ran out of money. My car got repossessed. That's embarrassing. Okay, really embarrassing for a guy like me who'd been to the mountaintop, right? And then and my house was in foreclosure. Okay, now fortunately, I figured out how to at least I got myself a loan mod for free. Okay, I didn't charge myself an upfront fee, so that was something. So I got my own loan mod, and we were shutting the company down. I was almost penniless. Okay, and then my wife didn't want to live like that, so she left, and that kind of just complicated things for me emotionally, right? And so the idea was I had to figure out how to do it. But I still had the right thing in mind because we had hundreds of loan mod applications that we were working at that time. Because it's not that hard to convince people to let me help you get a loan mod, and we won't charge you anything until it's successful, right? Wasn't that, Davis in the back could sell that, all right? That's my son that I like to pick on. All right. So the idea, he's really a great salesperson. Actually, I'm just teasing him. So the idea here is that we didn't want to forget our fiduciary obligation. Even though we didn't have any kind of agency agreement, we really owed them nothing. We didn't take any money, so we weren't going to get in trouble by stopping working on the files. But we didn't want to do that. So we sent letters out to everybody saying, "Hey, if you're facing foreclosure, we'll still help you." And we got a bunch of people that called and said, "Hey, we want to do help." And at that point, that's how I got involved. So I knew a real estate investor that was a good friend of mine. I knew these guys, and they said, "We need to sell the house, but it's a short sale." I didn't even know how to do one of those. Okay, in 2009. So I called my investor friend. I said, "Hey, I got this guy. They made an offer. They accepted, and then I said, "I'll even try to negotiate with the bank." It couldn't be that much more different than getting a loan mod. We did our first short sale, and bam. Then I went to a short sale seminar. I met Lee shortly after that, by the way. Okay, I went to one of his seminars way back in the day. I didn't like him at all, okay, the first time I met him from stage, okay. It's a true story. I'm like, huh? And I said, who's that guy? All right, so the idea, but we went, And we were trying to have lunch with him afterwards, though, because I wanted to pick his brain. But what I did was I figured out how to negotiate short sales and get paid by the bank so we didn't have to charge realtors or buyers or sellers or anything like that. And from there, that's how we built our business. And we turned it into what is arguably the largest short sale negotiation company there is, mostly because none exist anymore, right? So they all went out of business, and we're still doing a whole bunch of short sales for people. And Davis actually runs that company primarily for us, in addition to his real estate responsibilities. But the point is, and then out of that evolved our current business, which is Help You Sell Full Service Realty. So I was speaking at a seminar for the Help You Sell Full Service, for the Help You Sell corporate office, their national sales meeting, about short sales. And the market was starting to shift, and we were seeing more negative equity transactions and more marginal equity transactions. And I wanted to stay in business. I didn't want to go out of business again. I just turned it around, paid off. By the way, I paid off all my partners. Okay. And I decided, and next thing you know, I bought a franchise so we can help marginal equity people. And I started with me, one person, and today this year we'll probably do 100 transactions, over $1 million in gross commission income, and we're having the time of our life. And that's in addition to our ancillary products, where we'll probably generate another $500,000 or $600,000 in commission income that we can use to build what is now a small family company that includes home loan advocates, includes Help You Sell, includes escrow, includes property management, and is continuing to expand. I tell you that only for one reason, because you can do it too. How many of you are single producers right now? Okay. How many of you are doing $1 million a year in gross commission income? Okay. I get it. Okay. I wasn't either. I'm just telling you, it started one step at a time. And for me, it started by focusing on distressed properties. And in the beginning, I focused on distressed properties because I had specialized knowledge. Right? I had specialized knowledge as a result of the short sales, as a result of the loan modification. And what we do in advocate marketing is we impart that information to you and we can improve the quality of your conversations so that when you're meeting at the door, you too have specialized knowledge and you can speak to them in a way that's advantageous to them, where they can see the value in using you. They can see the benefits of you versus everybody else, where you create true differentiation amongst all these other images of realtors. Okay? You guys want to know how? Yes. All right. So let's get to it. All right. So this is what we're going to do. So the first and foremost, our objective is alternatives to foreclosure. So this brochure, I don't know if that looks as bad to you as it does to me, but it does? Yeah. Oh, thank you. You really hurt my feelings now. So the bottom line is this is alternatives to foreclosure. So this is a flyer that we made, okay, to make sure that people understand what their alternatives are. And when I go to the door, I'm going to give you a little secret here. The secret is my objective when I go to the door is to get a second meeting. That's it. That's my only goal. When I go to the door, everything I say, everything I do, everything I share is designed only to get a second meeting. Can you see how that would change the tone of your dialogue when you're talking to them? Yeah. See, if you go to the door with an intent of getting a listing or getting a deal, you're gonna talk to them in a way that's going to be offensive, that's going to be pushy, that's going to be aggressive, and it's not going to be well received. Can you see that? Yes. But if you go there with an attitude of servitude and you're focused on helping them, you're focused on making sure they have all the information they need to decide what's the right course of action for them in their situation, you're there because you want to understand where they are and give them good, solid, honest advice about what their options are. And in that process, earn the right to continue that dialogue in a second meeting. How many of you think that might be a little more effective? Okay? So when you're doing Monster, when you're at the door and you're focusing on converting, the idea here is to have high-quality conversations who are desperate for assistance. Okay? And in the beginning, you have to measure your success based on the quality of those conversations. So what I know is that when I get into a conversation, this one's better. So when I get into a conversation with people, everything I say, everything I do is setting up a second meeting. I have 2 or 3 objectives when I go to